5. Which basically means that I am just going to jump right into it because it's less of like, oh, I'm going to do this kind of stream. It's more of like, I'm going to play, I'm going to have some fun. And I just want to stream it so that you all can see it as well. And just because I'm streaming it does not mean I am good at it. I need to get a Quicksilver flask, which I believe I could have gotten if I actually did the Mercy mission, but I'm lazy. And a lot of times I just end up skipping that. And then eventually I'll go back and like, yeah, I should do this. Volatile Undead. I actually don't remember the ability name. But basically, let me just defile your corpses for power. Also, it's just really fun, to be honest. Like, maybe it's not the best ability, especially with an attack-focused character, but it is fun to use. Anything good. Still a low level, and also because I just kind of copied my filter from my last character, and I didn't really double check too much other than like, yeah, instead of maces and stuff, look for claws. And that's about really the only difference. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I could definitely use with going through it a bit more. Get it actually a bit more adapted to just this character, but same time, kind of minor and low on the priority. And of course, it's this one. It's the one that I can't hit with the projectile because it has a little shield. I kind of just need to keep throwing projectiles because these things are hurting. Also, I guess I'm bleeding. That was kind of part of it. So satisfying. I mean, I know it's running. But it's like, why you run? Why are you running? Dang it. Okay. For some reason, moving while bleeding ends up hurting a lot. Okay. Okay. Ring, because I still need rings. Evasion, sword. This does have move speed though. Okay. Mana regen. I don't really need mana regen. I got mana on hit. Yeah, that's gonna be much better. I'll lose the little energy shield I still have. It's just gonna be one of those things where it's like I'll need to get more again, but whoops. I thought that I didn't have my phone muted. Isn't a surprise, but it is a reality. Put that there. Cold resist. Even more cold resist, so yep. We'll put that one on. It could be good. But right now I need these sockets, and let me see. That's still pretty good. I am liking the new League effect with the mirrored items from the lake. They are kind of fun, to be honest. Because I always like things that can have negatives and positives, and you kind of have to weigh like, oh, are these negatives Like, are these positives good enough for, to accept the negatives? Or are these negatives minor enough to take the positives? And I also love the fact that you could just like flip them, just like, yep. I mean, quite literally on this one, I have a boost to accuracy, but also a reduction to global accuracy. Like, I'm more accurate and less accurate at the same time. However, I found, at least right now, that it gives a net positive accuracy, which is nice. Sweet, another chromatic orb in the making, which I realize now that I have other people, watching, and they will see my item filter in action. You may be pained a little bit whenever there's a potential chromatic orb popping up, because I made them literally every uh, the just max of one color. And so like the border's one color, the fill's one color, and then the text is another color. And it all is pretty much just to make sure that it's like bright and tension grabbing. And not to mention, because there's a chromatic orb in the making, which chromatic orbs are for to can't think of the word, re-roll the colors of sockets. Yeah, I'll stop. It's still early in the league, so I'm still picking up anything that's over 10% quality, so that I can try and get some armor scraps and weapon scraps, or blacksmithing things. Armor scrap and blacksmithing stone. So, yeah, blacksmith sweatstone. I've got lots of tabs at the very least. Also realize tabs actually needed to identify that one. I don't like instant recovery too much. Not that it's necessarily bad, but just because of the fact that, I don't know, it isn't really where meshes with my playstyle, at least not currently. Also, I do apologize, like, if you can hear any of my, like, stifling noises or anything. I realized after I started talking a lot that I'm a bit stuffed up. I didn't feel stuffed up until I started talking a lot. I'm just kind of going based off of the whatever the icon is, like physical, or the fist for physical attribute stuff, because the idea is I'm going to do mostly physical damage with and then boosted by this, so that I do a lot of physical damage, but also I get some boosted some extra chaos damage, just kind of as a side bonus. But also I started trying to go for that one, which I meant to go after I got this one, but I kind of forgot that I hadn't actually finished this one out yet. I think what I'm going to try and do is get the 20% chance to impale. And then past that is going to be either the reduced reflection damage, because that's very useful at times, and then the overwhelm, because that's also means more damage against the really tanky enemies, especially the steel infused, that have been a thing since Arch Nemesis, which I still, which might have been just the last league. I know I did I know I did Arch Nemesis for a little bit, but then I started playing WoW a bit more, and just did not play anything else. Because usually, at the very least, I'll like cycle through games, which is what I've been doing right now because I'm on break and I have no responsibilities. Which is not going to be the case in like a month, or even less than a month, really. Ooh, another Vol area. But I think I'm going to also try and get some kind of setup so that like I check in at least with my other games, even if it's just like, okay, I did a little bit, or like I did this or did that, did like one mission. Because it still is fun to play those other games, and it's also nice to kind of check in on them, just like, where are we right now? And not to mention in cases where it's like, oh, look, there's a special event going on. Because those are also really nice. The other nice thing is if one big enemy, I can just do a lot of orbs. Orbs! Ah, he didn't even drop anything useful. But while I'm down here, I also think I'm going to end up streaming some Mech Warrior, and definitely some more WoW. Mainly because, one, this computer can actually handle running them and streaming them. And two, because, well, I am having fun with them. That's for certain. The other big thing is with MechWarrior, I'm hoping that if I stream it, that I also will end up talking in chat more often, so I can like do call outs better instead of just not. I have been getting better, especially if they've done like some small talk at the beginning of the match. Just because it's like it makes me like feel more like, oh yeah, this is chill group, even though pretty much every group in um yeah, every group within or when in Mech War ends up being fairly like loose and relaxed. Not like, I guess basically the thought I was having was most groups aren't super try hard. I guess can kind of end the sentence there. Trying to hit him was difficult. Actually, yeah, no, this is exactly what I need. I know. Okay, so that's definitely something I'll need to make note of. Is I do need to actually set up my filter to to and it might also just be the hats that I need to change, because I think that's the only segment that I have done specially, because I have call outs to like the fancy helmets, because there's a few fancy helmets that I kind of want to just kind of collect no matter when they drop on whatever character, because they're just kind of cool. Let me see. Yeah, I like this. Also gives me more energy shield, which is really nice. Fireball. Literally, that was it. Okay. Well, you win some, you lose some. I could probably use that for a bit, at the very least. Like, I won't use the actual fireball part of it, but I can use the vol part, because extra damage is extra damage. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Now, now we've gotten to the kind of the point where it's just like, okay, just enjoying it, having some fun. I kind of like got past the whole like, okay, this is what I'm, doing with today's stream and that kind of stuff, I guess. And now I'm just like, yep, I am playing the game, having some fun, and hopefully you all are enjoy watching it as well. This is also kind of, I would say, the part of like the stream where having people chatting in it is also really nice, because then I can end up talking with people who are chatting, and that bounces back and forth onto infinity, as can be like basically shown in nearly any streamer, um, with the people talking, to the point where even sometimes they will just sit down, well, theoretically always sitting down, but be sitting, just stop what they're doing and just chatting some good stuff. One, I like seeing how much like my choices boost my damage when it's an upgrade or DPS thing. Play some good damage. I kind of just want the skill point. Actually, I think I've done the non-skill points like once, and that was back when there was the 3 difficulties and only the 5 acts, where very Diablo-esque. More. It's not very effective, but I really like using it. Actually, I should probably check the damage on it. Nice. I can't, character, I can't say that because you took a lot of stabs to kill him. Actually really nice. Yep, that's replacing that one, that's for certain. And actually, I'm gonna just, okay. Because I was gonna say, if it has better movement speed, then it's getting put on. Because I do enjoy movement speed, and I have learned time and time again, that movement speed is really important. Okay, this does about 35 points of damage on average, which combo with 3 of them is about 900, which is, yeah, it's about half the DPS. Roughly, at the very least, about half the DPS as just any of my other abilities. There are other things I could also like. I could do the side quests and stuff, and I'll talk to him because he's at least a minion. And if I get the quest done, that's great. If not, I really don't care until much later. And maybe it's one of those things where it's like I should pay attention to it a bit more. But I usually don't have that great of a time with the beast, I don't actually remember what it's called, bestiary stuff. Mainly because usually when I am playing, it's not on this computer, it's on my laptop, and pixels are few, and lag is plentiful, and just a little bit of lag, and I'm dead. And once you get to the higher levels, that's like can easily be like a map or two's worth of progress, or even days worth of progress if you actually get as high as the other people do. There's some limits I have because like I'm decent, but I'm not. I'm by far not the best. Also, I forgot that with the Spriggans, you have to keep on moving on, otherwise you're gonna be dead. Dead, dead, dead. Dead, 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 dead. Dead, 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 dead. Okay. One nice thing is I just have so much fun with doing just tons of different builds. Just like trying different things. And the thing is as well, I always end up like on defensive builds. It's just one of those like things that like, yep, this is just kind of the thing that I end up doing. Mainly because I don't like dying. And also because I'm usually playing on my laptop and, well, one wrong mistake and I'm dead, so I don't want to necessarily play a build where it's just like any any super minor mistake will be my doom, because well, then I end up dying a lot more, and that's just not fun. Not fun for anyone. I mean, even with the even with me, on my supercomputer, which I can actually, react in time, I'm still not the greatest with reaction times. Just because I have the possibility to be good doesn't mean I'm going to be good. Eh. I do enjoy Dash. I enjoy actually the Frostblink a bit more at time. That dude was just like, yeah, nah. Just gotta sit in the gray or in the middle. But okay, sweet. I actually did do that one. So don't have to do it in the future going back to it. Because there's been times where I've gotten to endgame and it's like, yeah, I should probably do this. Okay, I'm gonna get the Impale because that should mean more damage. Because right now, if I look at this, my damage is where is the damage? Oh, it's because I need to move first. So there's actually damage. It's like, where's the damage? Yeah, salt. Actually, I guess most of it's chaos right now. But that is because... okay, let me actually just read the actual gem itself. Yeah, 60% of the physical damage is converted to chaos. So that makes sense. More physical damage still means more chaos damage, which just means more damage. That's kind of the rule of thumb right now. It's just more damage. Yeah, I'm going... Yeah. I'm going to do that. And just head up. That way I can take care of Oak. Again, I enjoy the extra skill points. They're always nice. Means more building. Doesn't necessarily mean better building, just means more. Nice. That's always the nice thing with lower level stuff, is that every time you level up and then shortly afterwards, all your gems just go ding. That's just mass leveling. Let me see. What do I have here? Yeah, we're just gonna kill ya. And this should be enough to keep me alive. That is the hopes, at least. That's very satisfying that they can just bounce back and forth. Okay. I guess my character very much enjoys falling rare foes. Just to be fair, if they gave loot, I'd also be happy.
Now that's what you get for bringing a
They literally dropped an Iron Scepter and a War Staff. That's it. Like, nothing fancy, even. Let me put... Actually... Yeah. Put those there, and whoo! Whole lot of more damage. That's for certain. A whole lot more damage. Almost got like a, I don't know, 50% damage increase from all that, actually.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Need to get the, okay, I guess his camp was in the side this time. I've only seen it in the middle, to be honest. Also, apologies with the chair creaking that you probably heard earlier. Whenever I shift. This is a very old chair, and as such, it creaks a lot. That is very satisfying. That much extra damage quite helps when when I actually have a rare weapon instead of just a basic one.
I have seen going.
Yeah. Drop a bunch of stuff off. Put that there. Put that there. Eternal knives aren't bad. Let me actually check. I want to see that. Okay, it's a spell. Because if it was an attack, I might think about using it. But since it's just a spell, I don't actually have many spell bonuses right now. Plenty of physical damage bonuses, but just not spell related. Okay, guess there's more bestiary stuff out here. All right here. Which actually may or may not be true, to be honest. It actually also might legitimately all be right here.
Off you go, little beast! Away! Do not worry, little beast. We are friends now.
You don't often get to have Einhard. Oh dang. I always miss the tormented ghosts because they just show up off screen and run away off screen. It's just like you're not even doing anything. You're just like, oh yeah, there's a downside. I think they've gotten it better. Like you have more of the map loaded, which is good and bad, and for like many reasons. One, for like those tormented ghosts. Two, for just performance on lower end stuff. It's perfectly fine, and even potentially good with like maybe not good, but you know it can be nice with the higher end computers. But like lower end is just it pushes them away even more. Which, to be fair, like I could still play it on my laptop, which is like, you know what, that's all that really matters. Yes, I still have some lag and stuff like that. Or not some lag. I still have a decent amount of lag. But I can play it. I can have fun with it. That's really what matters. Like I never plan on being like god tier and like super amazing and all that kind of stuff. I just want to just like have some fun with it, do some builds, or make some builds rather. That's the thing as well. I never really pay attention to what, or like record what builds I do. It's just kind of like off the wing, just like, yep, this is a general plan, and I just kind of do it. They're gonna do right. Yeah, I was gonna get that 20% chance to blind on crit, and then we're gonna get up to there, and then we're gonna go back. And we're gonna go across, not down. I'm gonna have to decide because the 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 4. So probably actually I'll go down because I do want to also get Ghost Dance. Because Ghost Dance will be very useful. Because Ghost Dance is basically the equivalent, not that one, equivalent to this one, which is really darn good. Yeah, like it is really. Actually, I guess this one's still better. But oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Yeah, because you have a ton of evasion rating. You don't have as much. I'm gonna go that way. I want the chance. Crit multiplier is definitely going to be in the cards, but right now I just want chance. Like going for as well as the same. Oh yeah, but you have like a ton of evasion rating. I guess right now I don't have a ton of evasion rating, but I don't know. It still should be good, or it won't be. But this is actually one of those where it's like there's no downside to it. And 6 and 7, and boom, 7 and 8. So that's a nice little bonus. Okay, and then we need to find Witch's Camp. And then after that, we have to find the Spider Camp. Or Spider Den. Dodge.
An exhilarating hunt, Exile.
Yeah, some of those bestiary enemies can get
Why not?
nasty.
You're in our business.
Also, when they're summoning gargantuan enemies, it also does not help my case either. Oh, also does help if I remember to put my my aura on. Would be my crit chance? 8 and 10. So yeah, a decent crit chance. Where is the camp thingy? Gotta be here, somewhere near here. Oh, there's at least the other thing. Or not a other. Just something that'll. The current league's event thing. Okay, get some more physical in there. Aha! That's what I was looking for. Get some nice crit. But that's about it. I can get more crit. With points! Whew. Probably would have been good to dodge out of that. Actually, let me just get rid of your bodies. So you can't use them against me.
Did the earth move for you, baby? Probably. You hit the ground quite hard.
I do at least enjoy that line from the shadow. It is very enjoyable. Because it's like one of those cheesy lines. And then it just like, yeah, because I killed you. And you hit the ground really hard. It is such a dumb and silly thing. But it's like, yeah, this game makes me laugh. Honestly, this is just kind of fun again. Because I've been the last like probably 10 streams or so even haven't been like structured. They've just been kind of like, yeah, I'm feeling like doing this, and you all can come and watch, or you cannot. Either way, have some fun with it. Have some fun watching. Have some fun chatting. Have some fun with whatever you do when you don't show up. Um, all that kind of stuff, because it's just like, yep, I'm just gonna have some fun playing a game while I just kind of happen to be streaming it in a sense. Don't mind if I do. We're gonna go to the lake. Which I want to say it's also the mirror currency, or the person's mirror currency, but it might not be now that I think of it. Because the thing is, well, I think I've probably gotten like 3 mirrors in all of my time playing this game. Like, all of it. Whoa. I do not make it very far, and mirrors are rare resources.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Nice thing is I can jump backwards. It is very useful. Unfortunately, they could also jump around. Luckily, I can just kind of do this. It may be more boring, but it is a tactic. Very, very effective tactic. Ah, so that's where the little spiders came from. That was it. There. I at the very least do remember, due to all the editing I did with Regions of Ruin, to make sure I do not pop my knuckles on stream, because it's very noticeable noise. However, there might be some, I can't think of the right word, but like there's still going to be the creaking chair noise and that sort of thing that still we'll have to deal with, but one less noise thing that I have to cut out, the better. Granted, to be fair, I don't think anything will be edited with these ones. Like I might, I don't think I'd do any. I don't think these like Path of Exile, Mech Warrior maybe, because I could do a match by match like episode kind of thing. But definitely with Path of Exile, because it's just like go go go. Maybe once I started doing like maps, but even then I'd be kind of hard pressed to actually can't think of the right word, but to actually put them into episodes, because at that point, like, I feel like there's a lot of missing context to it, especially if I do a massive stream with a bunch of maps and I chop them up, it might feel a bit disconnected, or maybe I'll find a good way to do it so it feels feels good, um, and enjoyable for it. But that is also probably a long ways away, or at least a decent ways away. Um, but for certain, though, this is going to go. Path of Exile streams will go up on the VoD channel after the day after I streamed. Technically, they could go up the night of. Whoa, actually kind of hurt. But it's just kind of easier for me just to set it, go up in the morning. That way as well, like if I realize something or I think of like, oh no, this would be a better title or anything like that,
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
then I can set it before it goes out. Which, speaking of that, I realize I should probably put like the date of the stream, because I want to say with the episode or the VOD that I put up for the WoW one, I didn't actually put like a date to it.
I need more pockets.
it was just like, yeah, this last Friday, or like something of that sort. Which doesn't really convey what needed to be conveyed. Yeah. That's really a really good one. Yeah, I'm gonna just do it. And once back down, we're back down to a lot lower energy shield again. No surprise though, honestly. But yeah. Also, the downside is where I have my mic. If I'm leaning back, I can't see like the bottom right corner of my screen. Like just basically like it's like a cookies, like a normal cookie kind of size. Just like put that to like the corner of your screen. Like about that much that I can't see. Like it isn't that much, and it's nothing important that I'm missing. But it is kind of funny, like if I lean back, that like sit back in my chair, that then that's an issue. Um, creak, creak, creak. So, but if I actually make sure I sit up and all that normal, healthy, good stuff. Like, make sure you sit up, or else your back's gonna get hurt, or whatever. I honestly don't remember any of the old things of just like, don't do this, or else this is gonna happen. Mainly because it's been a long time since I've heard any of those. Whew. We are gonna be full up completely, just a little bit. Also, always with the ignite, always getting ignited. I guess also getting frozens. Oh, didn't realize it was guarded by a rogue Exile. Nice. I might come back
Just need a moment
to catch my breath. Also, it's kind of funny when I found out that you could modify the strong boxes. Like, it made sense, but it was just like, huh, I never realized it. Granted, I still haven't done too much with them, because it's the case where most of them are just kind of like, they are what they are. Now, like the gem cutters ones, artisan, those probably could. Hey, perfect. And I was actually going to teleport back to town just to grab those kind of things, but instead I had them right in my inventory, which is also one of those things where it's like I should probably carry like a stack of those kind of things just in case. No, that's
I need more pockets.
indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna just drop that. And actually, I'm going to identify this one. Okay, 97. Don't lose that much DPS. It's also not adding that much survivability, so. And let me just see. That one. Yay, double portal scroll. Luckily, portal scrolls became way too common after a while. Like, I want to say I had easily over 500 by the time I was, or like when I was doing maps on my last character, which I honestly don't even remember who my last main character was that got to maps. have better space. And get that. And okay, I had to make sure I got that. Yeah, and then after I want to get this one so that poisoned enemies can't deal crits to me, which comboed with all my poison stuff means I'll have most enemies poisoned so they can't crit hit me. And basically the idea is to just kind of do a lot of survivability stuff. Because once again, I like to be able to survive. Eventually that does mean switching over to high-end damage, but until I'm forced to, I will never do glass cannon build. That's a complete lie. I've done many a glass cannon build. Usually when a witch, though. Usually it's just a witch. Nice. And flicker. Nice. Flicker strike is a good one. Totem. It might actually be nice to put that into use. Yeah, and I kind of want to use this just in case. We're pretty much ignoring the yeah, Volatile Dead. Okay, because it is a separate. Lots of damage. As I said, already, even going a more durable route, I'm already like less cannon-y. Because that's just kind of how Path of Exile works. You are a glass cannon until told otherwise. Question is, where is this this chest? Or where's the last strongbox that I've missed? Oh, I want loot. Give me loots, please. Okay, let me go back up there. Actually, nah. It's not worth my time. Okay, so then we're gonna try and get the spike from the dungeon. From Web Weaver's dungeon. Nice. And yeah, my inventory is pretty good. That's actually kind of cool. I've never seen the totem with claw weapons before, because usually whenever I end up using totems, it's with one of the marauders, and usually is a hammer. Like 9 times out of 10, it's a hammer. So it's kind of interesting to actually not have it as a hammer, especially a claw. Nice. But this is going to be fun because just more damage. I just love extra damage. Like, yeah, I could just plop that down for a little bit more damage. How long does this? 12 seconds. Good. Have to needed to go right up there apparently. Do, do. What else? Ooh, and then really helpful in cases where there's just a lot of enemies. Nice. Flicker Strike also going to be very useful to just go like, hello, get a little bit more movement. Oh, this is actually going to be very enjoyable. I wasn't certain about utilizing the Flicker Strike, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's a nice way to just get into battle. Then I just can have him, my totem, just like take care of extra ads, basically. Lots of ads. Usually I need them to refill stuff or something. Not this time. Maybe this time, I don't know. Okay, it's like, is Big Guy going to come down again, or you just kind of keep fighting ads? Which, I mean, I'm amendable to that. Anything useful? Also very useful to clear out ads while I'm just cleaning up loot. Yeah, I did not get much loot at that, actually. But I did go up a level. Question is, actually, going to go up this route. Well, I do want to get that. So yeah, we'll go up this route. Question is, I want just like, not sure which one would be good. Actually, no, I do know. I want the cannot be frozen if energy shield recharges started recently, because the trickster thing has whenever you suppress spell damage, you you start recharging your shield. And comboed with the Wicked Ward, I might actually try and get the Wicked Ward so that it can't be interrupted. So it can just, it'll semi-constantly be recharging. Kind of nice. Because if I look at recharge, okay, don't mind. But it's a third, it's pretty much, you regen 33% of your energy shield a second. 40% of that. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to try and do the math. But basically, it'll be good. I always forget you actually get something. Elusive or Nightblade could be good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Where's my Viper Strike? Right there. And actually, I realized I should have. I forgot that I had it up there. So okay. That should mean that can do a lot more damage. It would be better for my Cobra Lash, but that already has its own mods on it, or supports. So it's just like, I don't really need to replace it. And Viper Strike could get some bonuses, and extra crit damage while the thing is active is really good for the single target one. Technically good just all around. And Book of Skill. That's what we like. We're going to try and go. Actually, I think I'm going to go here because I don't have pretty much anything else right now that suppresses or helps suppress spell damage. This is also recharging. Nice. Also, let me actually. Oh, that's nice. Crit chance and suppress spell chance. That's a nice combo for me. Um. Oh, I like that. The spell, the bottom one, and yeah, pretty much all of those are actually really good. Um. The top one is marginal. Like it easily could be one of those like, yeah, this ends up being really useful with a certain build, but right now it just seems like, yeah, it's good. Not bad. It's not like amazing. And the debilitate enemies. Oh, I didn't realize they also deal less damage. Um, so I guess really, once again, for the most part, about 3 of them are good. The first one, I think I'm gonna have to go with crit chance increased by my suppress. Well, okay, 12, 22% chance. That would be about the same as a crit chance one. I think actually I'll try and do the bottom one. Those boots, helmet, and gloves. Yeah, evasion, evasion, evasion. Yeah, so that should be good. But right now I just have to put the intelligence point there. I think I know this was, well, it's still an hour long actually. But it was a fairly short stream. I probably will end up doing a lot of little short streams like here and there. I think what I'm going to try and do is I'll end up streaming kind of daily, but it will be more of these like kind of short, just like, yeah, I feel like playing kind of this game or that game, and I feel like streaming it with you all. So I probably will do less like long, like we're going, doing all this stuff. It's going to be more of just like, I feel like playing this. So, and since it seems like my energy levels, I guess, in a sense, um, for doing this is about an hour or so, that actually lines up nicely with how I've been doing rotations with my own time. Pretty much I've been doing every 45 minutes or so. I've been switching to different games, just kind of like going through them and cycling. Um, but basically means the time's about the same. I could probably really easily just like, oh, I feel like streaming this game this time when I'm playing it. And that it could just be as simple as that. And I just end up streaming it up. And I don't think I'll end up streaming more than once a day, just due to the fact that streaming is tiresome. Talking nonstop, spouting absolute nonsense does take its toll, both physically because you're moving you're yapping your gab all the time, and two, mentally, just because your brain has to process all the stuff it has to send out of your mouth and spew and all that. Also, not to mention, I've just noticed that when I talk for a long time, I get really nasally, and maybe it's because I usually don't talk a lot, and so I don't normally like notice it. So it's not something that's usual for me. Okay. That all being said, though, I am going to wrap this up, and we are going to see who. Actually, I am going to just raid you over to talk. Um, got hit by a little ad. Well, hit by a few ads, but oh no, actually it is just one ad. Do things. Where's anything? Okay, so I'm going to raid you all over to Tuck. Um, thank you everyone who was watching. I do hope you enjoyed this very impromptu stream. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. I will be more active, I believe. And until next time, bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, I forget. I have to wait the 10 seconds. Okay. Bye-bye.
Namek with the raid! Thank you so much for the raid, Namek. How are you today, buddy? How was your stream? What were you playing tonight, dude? Appreciate you being here, dude. It's really nice of you to come through like that. Whoever's with Namek, welcome to stream. Thanks for joining in. I'm Tuckifer. It's nice to meet you guys. If I don't know you guys already, I'm Tuckifer. I'm a full-time streamer. This is what I do for a living. We're doing some